The United States Census taken in 1830 revealed that the population of the United States had grown to over 12,866,000. This was a significant increase from the previous census in 1820, which had recorded a population of just over 9.6 million. The growth was largely due to immigration, with many people coming to the United States from Europe in search of a better opportunity. In August of 1831, Nat Turner, a slave in Virginia, led a rebellion against slave owners. Turner and a group of followers killed nearly 60 white people before they were captured and executed. The rebellion had a significant impact on the South, leading to stricter laws regulating the lives of slaves and free blacks. The nullification crisis began in 1832, with South Carolina threatening to secede from the Union over tariffs. The state argued that the federal government did not have the right to levy taxes on imported goods and that states had the power to nullify federal laws. President Andrew Jackson responded by threatening to send troops in to enforce federal law. In response to the nullification crisis, Congress passed the Force Bill in 1833, which allowed the federal government to use military force to enforce federal law. President Jackson hoped that the bill would persuade South Carolina to back down and remain in the Union. The Whig Party was formed in 1834 in opposition to President Jackson's policies. The party supported a strong federal government, internal improvements, and a national bank. They opposed Jackson's use of executive power and his hostility towards the national bank. In December of 1835, a massive fire broke out in New York City. The fire started in a commercial district, and strong winds quickly spread the flames to nearby buildings. Despite efforts by the fire department, the fire continued to rage over several days, destroying over 600 buildings and leaving thousands homeless. The Battle of the Alamo was fought in 1836, with all defenders being killed by the Mexican army. The battle was a turning point in the Texan Revolution, and it inspired many Texans to continue fighting for independence. Martin Van Buren was inaugurated as the 8th President of the United States in 1837. Van Buren faced a difficult economic situation with the country in the midst of a severe depression. He tried to address the crisis by creating an independent treasury system, but his efforts were largely unsuccessful. The Trail of Tears began in 1838 with the forced relocation of the Cherokee Nation from their lands in Georgia to Indian Territory in present-day Oklahoma. Thousands of Cherokees died on the journey, which was a result of the Indian Removal Act of 1830. The Amistad slave ship revolt occurred off the coast of Cuba in 1839. A group of enslaved Africans rebelled against their captors and took control of the ship. The case went to the United States Supreme Court, where it was argued that the Africans were free and should be allowed to return to Africa. The case was a major victory for the abolitionist movement.